title of this mini podcast is Why Doesn't Work. One of the marks of maturity is to stop asking why questions. Why did this happen to me? Why do I always do that? Why does my mother like my sister more? And why can't they do anything right? These are just a few examples of the whimsy of why. Why is always a wimpy question, one that comes with an unreliable answer. That's why doesn't work. It provides faulty data with which to work. Reminds me of a story. Way back in my radio days, I was doing a DJ dance at a ski lodge. It was coming to the end of the evening, and people were, as the song says, dancing on the ceiling. I announced that I had time for only 2 more songs. Well, this poor soul who had been standing on the sidelines all night long came up to me and said he had a request for one of the last 2 songs. I asked him what he wanted to hear. He replied, "Why me, Lord?" Now, for those unfamiliar with the song, it's a slow Christian country song by Chris Christopherson. I told him I wasn't going to play that song, and he wanted to know why. I attempted to explain that I wanted to keep the festive mood going, and that song would put out the fire. He wanted to know why. Every attempt at an explanation was returned with the question, why? People who continually ask why have no clue that the answers they get will never work for them, yet they continue to ask the question. Why questions provide the question person with a license to create, and create we do. Why aren't you doing better in social studies? Well, because the teacher doesn't like me, because everyone in the class is failing, because my seat is too far away from the window, and the list goes on and on. The only answer that works for a why question is a one-word answer. Because. It doesn't answer the question either, but it often puts a stop to the interrogation. Why doesn't help us grow. It takes us off course and stunts our growth. The person who asks why continually will be disappointed because the answers only provide more questions. It's a never-ending ride to nowhere. Why doesn't work. Ask any parent of a 4-year-old if they've ever come up with an answer that keeps the child from asking why. The key to growing out of the immaturity of why is to notice how often you ask the question. Every time you notice, you move a little further away from why and closer to some actionable data that will help you grow. All the best, John.